Hello, my name is Attorney Desiree Koger Gustafson, and I'm an attorney with Immigration for Couples. And today we're going to be talking about the 3 things that you need to know about DACA status. And if you are new to our firm or new to our Facebook page, we regularly host live chats and post recorded videos of topics that are common or current in the immigration process or current questions that we get. So definitely if you are watching this via Facebook and can comment or have questions, go ahead and comment on those. We do see those, and we will either try to answer them if they're quick, or we will do a video topic on them just like we are doing here. We also will post these on our YouTube channel, so feel free to go to those and share our page if you find them helpful. So today I want to talk a little bit about DACA, or Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. This, if you remember, this status was first created to shield youth from removal proceedings, essentially. And it was created about a decade ago in 2012. And it's essentially just administrative relief that not only protects from removal from the country, but also gives them work authorization. So, and there are some stipulations with who can even register for this. You have to be of a certain age, you have to have been here on a certain date, and be here continuously as well. And I've worked with hundreds of DACA recipients, and most of them have been here since they don't even remember birth country. They've been here, brought here usually by their parents a long time ago. And so we at the firm also work with a lot of DACA recipients. And so we'll talk a little bit about some remedies that we might have or more permanent solutions later on in this recording as well. So a little bit about the status and as it is currently. On October 5th, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals basically affirmed a lower court's decision that DACA is unlawful. This court in particular has had several rulings kind of against the DACA process, as well as Dreamers and some other of those similar types of programs that were instituted. So essentially, this lower court, which was affirmed by the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, basically defined DACA as being unlawful for 2 reasons. One is essentially that when DACA was first put into place, it was under the Obama administration, and it was in 2012, essentially a memorandum put out by the Department of Homeland Security. And so the first argument or point that the court makes, or ruling that they found it unlawful, was that it was not obtained through the normal lawmaking process. So this would be where a bill is offered, there is public comment, and then it is voted upon by our congressional legislature, the Senate and the House, and then signed into law. So that's really the first way that was basically deemed unlawful. The second that was deemed unlawful, and probably most importantly, is that the court ruled, or the judge ruled, that DHS had essentially overstepped the authority that had been given to it by Congress. So most agencies are given a certain amount of authority by Congress to do their job. And a lot of times that is make administrative policies. We have lots of those agencies at the federal level. And so this one basically was stating that authority had been overstepped by DSH in promulgating this memorandum or this rule. So those 2 things are important because there have been some additional things that have occurred. And so on the more lawmaking part of that process, we've had some things be given down by the Biden administration that are then kind of calls to action, things that we can do to help move that ball forward. The second thing that I want to talk about on that, and I'll get into more of this new promulgated rule that's coming up as well, is that there are lots of DACA recipients. Many of them are young or younger, or they were young when they received the DACA status. And so definitely it might be worth, if you are even engaged to a U.S. citizen or you have a U.S. citizen spouse, it would be worth to seek some legal assistance or at least have a consultation that would allow you to discuss more permanent options, because there are some out there. So know that those are there for you. You can always visit our website and schedule a consultation with our firm there. There are tons of resources in your local area as well to be able to find more information about that. We also have other videos on DACA. If you go to our website, immigrationforcouples.com, and go to the resources tab, that will allow you to discuss or find more about the DACA process, as well as what it means to be married or engaged to a U.S. citizen. So know that those are out there, and certainly we would be able to assist you with that. You can always call our firm as well. The last thing, the third step that I really wanted you guys to know about is, under this new rule that the Biden administration has offered or proposed, there was a 60-day comment period. It's set to go into effect at the end of October. And as I've mentioned in a prior video, this would codify the DACA rule. So it is important for you to reach out to your congressional representatives and tell them that you support this law and you want them to support it federally as well, so that we can get this passed. One thing that has been pretty universal on both sides of the spectrum, both sides of the hall, is the DACA program. So let's codify it. Let's put it into, get that into an actual rule that's gone through the right lawmaking process. One thing that this new rule does do is it separates out the work authorization, because that's essentially what that Fifth Circuit Court had ruled, is that the promulgating of the work permits may be where DHS overstepped its boundaries. So under this new rule, you'd be able to apply not only just for the deferred action or the ability to not be removed from the country, but then it separates it out from the employment authorization. You don't necessarily have to do both. It bifurcates it. You could do one or the other, or you could still apply for work authorization as well. So I hope this video has been informative to kind of let you know what steps you can take to effectuate either change or to help find out more information about your status. Because really moving forward, the status of DACA is unknown, and it could leave a lot of people without status or in limbo. So if there is a more permanent option out there for you, definitely it's worth seeking out legal counsel just to kind of discuss those options. Certainly you can find our resources at our page, immigrationforcouples.com. You can make a consultation. We'd be more than happy to talk with you. You could go to our resources tab and find more information about DACA, as well as some other immigration important topics. We have tons of videos out there for you to help educate you on the most current things that we are seeing. Thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you watching. Certainly like and comment. Share our page if you found it helpful or know people that might be also needing those resources. Take care.